What's up? Just got out of seeing this movie right here, Tarot. I've been mispronouncing it, calling it Tarot. Sorry, yeah. Haven't seen this. Kind of snuck up on me. I knew that this was coming out, and I saw some marketing a while back, but then I didn't see some for here recently, and I haven't seen any reviews out for this or anything. So it seems like maybe that's not a good sign, and maybe the studio is kind of trying to like hide this movie from us. So I kind of went in with low expectations, especially after I saw that PG-13 rating. I didn't know what I was going to get. Some of the creature design and stuff I saw from the trailer looked really, really interesting. Kind of gave me that 13 Ghost type of vibe, and the camera work seemed really good. Like I was like, okay, this could be like a fun little premise. It seems like something that would come out in like the 2000s era or maybe like late 90s. And walking into this, so I went into it with low expectations, and I walked out of it kind of underwhelming a little bit. I'm not going to sit here and say that this movie is god awful or anything like that, but this is definitely not targeted towards the more adult horror. If I didn't already know that this was a Sony picture, I would have said this was a Blumhouse movie. This is something that Blumhouse would have came out with here recently, with all the PG-13 horror that's out. And let's talk about that PG-13 horror for a second, because they do get a bad rap. There are few and far between like a good PG-13 horror movie, but they are more targeted towards teens. And this one rightfully so. I mean, this movie doesn't waste any time when it starts. Okay, you're immediately introduced to the characters. It's kind of a longer opening, kind of weird. It's kind of like feels a little misplaced the way that the title card comes in. Like oh, they forgot to put a title card. Let's just do it here. And it sets up the tone immediately when the movie comes on. You get like this little teeny bopper type of music coming on, and it's like, I'm like, oh, okay, we're in like the CW horror, like this is maybe just like a step up from like Goosebumps horror. I wouldn't say it's that kiddie like Goosebumps, but this does seem like this would have been one of those Goosebumps episodes, and I grew up, I love Goosebumps and stuff whenever I was younger. I still kind of do, but this right here just isn't for the hardcore horror fans at all. The characters, they're pretty stereotypical. You got the character that plays Ned in the Spider-Man movies. I mean, I know that he's in a lot of the trailer material, and he's in this movie quite a lot. Okay, he's like the comic relief. I'm not a big fan of his comedy. Nothing against the guy. I think he's a pretty good actor and everything. But they really, like the characters in this movie is very stereotypical type of teenagers, not very smart, making a lot of dumb decisions. Not the best acting. There was probably like one or two actors in this movie that I was like, okay, they're really good. Now I see why they're the lead, But the other ones, they're just there to bite the dust pretty much. And with some of the positives, I could see a little bit of inspiration from like Final Destination, mixed with like a little bit of 13 Ghost. And so yeah, I kind of like this whole entire concept. It just, I want to see a better movie surrounding it. You know what I mean? Like everything on a technical level. Some of the jump scares that they do, because there's a lot of like characters doing this, and then like the monster just goes la 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 la. That happens so many times in this movie, and I'm like, oh my god, stop. Like I was like looking at my watch, and this is only like a 92-minute movie, okay? And I was like, let's get going. I'm ready for this to wrap up. But there are some really cool elements to this, like as far as like the creature design, like I said earlier, and some of the set design, like some of the technical levels, like what the director does behind the camera. It's kind of cool, like some of it, not a lot of it, but some of it. A lot of it's like a lot of cheap scares and jumping at the camera and cutting away whenever they don't want to show too much. But I mean, it's one of those movies. It's fine. It probably should have been on a streaming service. This should have been like a Netflix horror movie or a Hulu horror movie or something like that. And I think it might have been a little bit better if they would have like went R with it. And it kind of felt like in some places maybe they filmed it to be R, but they just cut back. So if there is like a rated R version of this that comes out later on, I might check it out and see if it's a little bit better. Might bring it up a little bit, you know. But the movie, like as soon as it starts, it gets going. Like it doesn't waste any time. You're introduced to the characters, and then you're following them all the way to the end, and it's just like it just starts off, you know. And so yeah, there's a lot of cool elements about this. I don't know much about tarot or whatever, or astronomy, or whatever the hell this shit is. Like I'm an Aries, okay, and that's all, and that's only because I've been told that. I don't know what it does or anything like that. I don't keep up with any of that, any of my anybody's signs, or what's compatible and not compatible. They play on all that. So if you're into all that, you'll probably like it a little bit more than me. Like I said, great concepts. I just want to see a better movie. There is a better movie here, better idea. But yeah, I think that this is one of those movies that they are just like, they're throwing out, seeing what they can make. Because it doesn't seem like they're too confident in it, because I don't know when the embargo lifts or whatever, but there's been no talks about this movie. So I feel like the studio's kind of hiding it, and for good reason. I don't even think it's like theatrical worthy. I think it is streaming worthy. Maybe younger audiences will enjoy it. Maybe the kids that liked, you know, Five Nights at Freddy's or something like that, maybe they'll get into this. But the concepts here and the creature design seems like it would have been in a rated R movie, you know? So that's why I'm kind of like what was the original idea before they dumbed it down to PG-13? Because there are some cool elements here to be had, especially if you're like a filmmaker and you enjoy that type of stuff. It's just, this movie just wasn't it, though. The execution of making this was just stupid. And I'm just, I don't know. I don't know what else to say about this movie. Check it out. I would wait for streaming or to see it for free. But yeah, let me know if you see this over the weekend. Come back here and let me know in the comment section below what you think about it. Yeah, I think it had a little bit of too much. They were trying to push too much humor, and a lot of the humor just didn't work. And a lot of the characters' acting is awful. So yeah. If those elements were a little bit better, maybe the movie would have been a little bit better for me. But yeah, let me know what you guys think. Full review over on my YouTube channel, Destination Station. Link is in the bio. And I'll see you guys later. I'll see you on another time. I'll be right back. Blah.